Sorry, I don't know what happened with Facebook, and this is the second part. So, yeah, hey, I'm back. So, friends, do you want to try to join that talk? Can you send me a request to become a part of that talk? I don't know if you can do that. Yeah, sorry, Saskia. I don't know what happened. Hey, Ren. So if some of you would like to share a testimonial, I'd like to do those live events once a week or twice a week to have people bringing their feedback and explaining what's going on their country so we can actually share this knowledge with more people. Hi, Darren. So if anyone know how to jump on a broadcast, just ask. I think I unlocked the possibility for you to ask to join that broadcast. So Francis, if you want to do that, please do. And if others want to do it, or if you have any questions, you can also ask those questions here. What else can I share? So I made a few interviews this week about the referendum initiated by the citizens. So it's starting to reach more and more people. I'm having some slowly mainstream journalists who are starting to get close to what I'm saying. Like I can't tell more about who is contacting me, but what is delicate for me is to know which one I can trust and which one I can't trust. So because I know that they can manipulate the information, so I need to be sure that what I'm going to be facing is going to be the right person. But now what I would like to be is the person that will basically connect other groups who are sharing the same philosophies. So again, I'm repeating them again. First point is peaceful protest. So anyone that is violent is not welcome. The second point is smart civil disobedience. So everyone that thinks that we can win fighting or using weapons or stuff like that, they don't understand. We need to be smarter than that. We need to hit them in the wallet. So we need to hit them on the economic. And this is what's happening in France. Like we are blocking the whole economy, and we did a great job during Christmas time because like this is probably one of the biggest time of the year when people can make money. Yeah, okay, friends. Then the third point is no political party. So there's absolutely nothing in the yellow vest that is about, speaking as a consortium, people can have their opinion, not a problem. But when you're in the yellow vest, you become a light worker. You become someone that brings that yellow light to the world. So no opinion is welcome. And the fourth point is no beliefs, no religion beliefs, of course. And in terms of revendication, there's no point talking about hundreds of revendication. The referendum initiated by the citizen is the only one that can make the difference. So if you, I don't know in which country you guys are, but if in your country you can be in touch with people who already have a Yellow Vest movement page or group, but they haven't put the RIC into it, or you're starting to see them posting stuff about immigration and starting to speak about like how the Jewish are responsible for bank, blah, blah, blah. No matter what you think about that, this is not the point. The point is about federating everyone around this idea that we need to become politically powerful. Okay, so there's no point sharing what everyone thinks, because as soon as you start to speak about what you think, then therefore we are distracting from that point that we need to enforce in everyone's mind. That is that we are powerless. We are politically powerless, and it needs to stop. Too much destruction, Roman, needs to be more peaceful. Yes, the French people will end up paying for it with taxes, which has no reason starting protesting in the first place. Good luck through change. So Jim, this is, I'm sorry, but this is wrong. Like French people are not violent people. The violence that you saw online are most of the time generated by people who are paid by the government to wear the yellow vest and basically destroy things. Because the huge majority of the yellow vest are just basically citizens. They are moms and dads. They are simple people who are protesting. So if you think that the yellow vests are responsible from destruction, you obviously has been mainstream media intoxicated. This is not true. Like we obviously did a few let's say, smart disobedience, of course, but we are fighting people who are weaponized. And if you haven't seen the video that I shared, it's that you don't understand what's happening. We are fighting people who have plastic ball weapons. We have, I think now, 12 people who lost an eye at least. We have 4 people who lost a hand. So the hand exploded when they tried to send the bomb back, because we are receiving bombs. Okay, if you don't understand that, if you don't know that yet, we are bombed when we are peacefully protesting, and you have hundreds of videos showing mums and dads coming out with their daughters and their grandfather and grandmother and being bombed the same way. Okay, so if you think that the violence is coming from the citizen, you obviously have been intoxicated by fake news. Deb, you lost me, fella, when you started asking for money. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't ask for money. I offered people to get access to knowledge that I spent like 10 years collecting. If for you asking for money for 10 years of work is not welcome, then you are not welcome in my page. I think the message is clear now. Did protesters go to Macron Holiday Castle? I heard on RT. Yes, we've been there to protest, but that's the only thing we can do. We can just go there and stand outside and basically peacefully protest and ask for things to be visualized and spread across the world, because there's nothing much we can really do. So without leaders, are we going nowhere? The working class needs to take back democracy by creating citizen assembly where everyone has a voice. So this is an interesting topic, because the reason why the yellow vest works so well so far is actually because there's no leaders. The fact that there's no leaders actually is terrorizing the system, because the system only tries to reduce groups to leaders. And that's again another way to unpossess the people from their power. They always ask you to say, okay, we can't deal with democracy, you know, guys. Like, understand that what we're doing right now is the RIC. The fact that you can speak to me straight away and that you can interact with me straight away is the RIC. It's actually proving that individual people can vote with their voice, with their smartphone, with their wallet. And this is happening for hundreds of years already. When you're buying a product from a company like a supermarket, or instead of working with a local producer, you are already working as a form of referendum initiated by the citizen, because you are voting with your money. If you decide to sponsor people who are having a wrong usage of your money, then you are responsible of the power that you're giving to them. Okay, so the idea that we need to have leaders, and if we don't have leaders, we are going nowhere, is absolutely not true. The fact is that today, and we have that in so many different ways, like on TV, for example, when people are voting, you know, they're spending money to vote for the new Bachelor, for example, you know, this is the most insane way to spend your money, but whatever, people do whatever they want with their money. And you voting for which Bachelor you reckon should win. This is a RIC, and it's already happening. Why is it so complicated for people to realize that we could actually apply exactly the same tool that we're using to distract us, but for something that would be entirely democratic? Why is it so complicated to think that because we don't have a pyramidal structure, then therefore we cannot operate as a civilization? This is program, this is programmation. And it's really time for all of us to question those programs and realize that most of them are wrong, because they've been instilled by people who have an interest to put those programs in our brain. They had an interest to dumb us down so we could be stupid enough to follow their advice instead of learning from our mistakes and making positive things in the world. This is another very important topic, learning from our mistakes. The only process that nature put in place to allow people to grow is to actually destroy what was useless and allow what is new to grow again. Let's take an example, how a muscle works. When a muscle works, you need to stretch the muscle until it breaks. And when it breaks, energy comes, which is called blood. Blood comes and allow the muscle to restructure itself in a stronger and different ways. This is how nature allow everything that is alive to learn from mistakes. Mistakes, which is like an excess of exercise, or it could be like learning bicycle, it could be walking, it could be everything. We're learning from mistakes. If we see the system we put in place people that are on the top of the hierarchy, and the only mistake that they're learning is that if they don't do the right thing, they're not going to be re-elected. Oh wow, that's a mistake. Oh, by the way, if they're not re-elected, they're going to have so much friends that are going to open them doors in private companies and public companies that they will not even have enough time to do everything that they're going to be asked for. So what are they really learning from the mistake that they do? They don't learn anything. We are the one paying the consequences of their choice. We, through the economy, through the unemployment, through the immigration, through all that, are the ones who are paying for that. And we need to understand that those people can't learn from their mistake, which is exactly the opposite of what nature put in place if you want to actually grow and evolve and become a better person. So that structure based on a pyramidal thing, which was convenient, let's say, for a time. It was convenient. We didn't have the choice. We didn't have anything better. But today, since like the last 20 years, or like since the invention of television and radio frequency, thanks to Mr. Tesla again, we actually could put something entirely different in place, but we haven't done that, right? Why? Why we haven't put in place a system of coordination of people's voice and coordination of people's wish to allow democracy, real democracy, to emerge? Think about that. So infiltrators exist in every movement. That is important. Yes, yes. And tonight we're lucky we don't have much trolls, but yeah, like we're lucky. Like the trolls, basically we just need to ignore them. That's it. Like, every time that they're trying to come and distract you, again, it's another strategy that they're trying to bring you into their funnel. If you stick to the 5 points and you basically said, mate, I'm not here to discuss with you. I'm not here to debate. This is not debatable. There's 5 points, or you fit into those 5 points, or you're not, and you're wasting my time. So every time trolls would try to engage with me and try to bring me, and when I'm saying troll, it can be as simple as someone asking my opinion about what do I believe about, what do I think about Brexit. And this is trolling, because my point is transcending the Brexit. It's about letting the people choose. If the English people, the UK people chose that it was time for them to leave the European Union, that's it. That's what democracy is about. No matter if you agree or disagree with that, no matter if it's going to be hard or simple or whatever, power to the people, democracy. Or you don't call that democracy, you call that a soft dictator. That's it. But you can't use both. You can't say that we're living in a democracy because the power is coming from the people. But as soon as the people say what they want, sorry, buddy, but you can't make a decision because you're too stupid. Like, you can't win on both. You see what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. So the yellow vest over here in England are just censoring people. Kate Prota is one of them. They are censoring people. Yeah, so like one of the other strategies that I'm putting in place is, instead of waiting for others to do things, so instead of focusing on what others do wrong, I am doing the thing right. Okay, I'm trying to do the thing right. So I'm not wasting my energy trying to say, oh yeah, you should do that way, or you should that way, or oh, this woman is doing this wrong, or this guy is doing it wrong. Like, what about you? What are you doing that can inspire others to do the right thing? That's my philosophy. It's not about looking around and sniffing around who is doing the wrong thing. It's about what you can actually do to inspire others. Okay, because again, it's going to be a waste of energy. Like, you can talk to her and try to educate her. You can share my videos with her. She can maybe try to understand, but if she's not ready to understand, if she doesn't want to understand, then what you're going to do? You're just going to be frustrated. That's it, which is a waste of energy. So instead of being frustrating, you act. You get close to the people who already put in place the right message and give your vote to those people. Give your energy, support, help, be present, spread the message. There's many ways to do it. April reply to Jim. Yeah, sorry, I don't understand the question. So fight fire with fire is you have to. Fight fire with fire if you have to. Yeah, okay. Fight fire with fire if you have to. I would say I would fight fire with water. I will never fight fire with fire. This is ridiculous. Like, when you put fire with fire, you just increase the fire. So again, what I shared before about those 10 years research is understanding the laws and the sub-level principles who are governing the whole reality. And it's only when you master those principles, then basically everything becomes simple. So those sentences, for example, fight fire with fire, cannot work, because the more you're going to put fire, the more the more you're going to feed the fire. And this can never really stop anything, ever. You can try as long as you want, it will never work. So the only way you can fight fire with is you can put air, you can put earth, you can put water, but the only thing you shouldn't put with fire is fire. I hope it's clear, Tom. So allow peaceful protest, stop bombing the protesters. Yes, unfortunately, we are not the one bombing anyone. We've been bombed, and I can tell you the image are getting really, really horrific. When you see children as old as 4 or 5 years old running from a place where they were just peacefully protesting. When I say peacefully, it's like imagine people just standing there and having a nice chat with their friends, and suddenly a bomb is exploding in your feet. Like, try to understand, try to realize what it is. You're just there, you're talking, you're speaking about the RIC with a few people around you, and suddenly cops are coming and sending tear gas and sending dispersion bombs in your feet. Like, this is traumatic. Like, people used to see that on TV. They're not prepared to leave that in the street. Okay, so like when we see violent reaction, you need to see what happened before. And there's a beautiful video that I shared this week or the week before showing like exactly that scenario. People were talking in the street on the Champs-Élysées, and then you see 5 cops coming, and 3 of them are sending bombs to people, and then they run on their bike, and they try to leave, but one of them has a problem with his bike, and suddenly the people were just running on them like, you know, the Walking Dead. Like, the scene was really like The Walking Dead. The people were so furious that for absolutely no reason, you basically just come and send bombs and you're ready to run away like cowards. That's the situation that we're facing. We're facing bloody cowards who are like coming, just like dispersing bombs and then running away like there's no words for that. And they dare to call that cops, you know, like, so realize what's happening. And the most horrific is that scene has been cut from the beginning, so you only saw when the people were upset and charging the policemen. They only cut the part when they were showing the cops sending the bombs, and they only show the reaction from the people. So that's how they manipulate people's brains, saying, oh, look at how violent those people are. Like, guys, be more clever than that, please. In Norwegian news, we only heard today that the yellow vests are much smaller. Yeah, that's exactly what they're telling us as well on the radio. They're like, oh yeah, in Marseille there was like 100 people, and I posted video today. I posted 6 videos showing that we were thousands. Okay, like that's the level of lies that we're facing. Like, people are just repeating those lies. You know what Hitler was saying? Repeat a lie over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and people will believe it's the truth. That's exactly what mainstream media are doing. They're just repeating the same lies because they're working for the same people, and they just try to stop that thing because they're fucking scared of that. 22 countries are starting to have yellow vest movement moving forward, and they're scared of that, and they're scared of the RIC more than anything, because the RIC is the end of their power. So yellow vest is great. If you don't bring the RIC to the yellow vest, I'm sorry to repeat it again and again and again, if you don't bring the referendum initiated by the citizen or citizen initiated referendum, no matter what it is, RIC, it doesn't matter, it's exactly the same thing, you will just waste your energy. I spoke a few days ago with a journalist who said, oh, it looks like Occupy. I say, okay, what Occupy has done? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why? Because they haven't brought the solution. They occupy and they did an amazing work. They all came together, they fight the system, everyone looked at them and blah, blah, blah. But they haven't brought the solution. What is the solution? The fact that we're powerless. We need to become powerful. How? Referendum initiated by the citizen. That's simple. So everything that you do is for free. Yes, Deb, yeah, she must do things for free. Yeah, yeah. I have so many people saying, oh no, like, I don't want to pay for knowledge. I said, mate, I spent 10 years doing some research. I hope that what you're doing is not based on knowledge, because what you're doing has to be done on knowledge, or you will have no value. Because if you have no knowledge, you have no value. If there's no value, then no one will buy your skills. So like, people who are telling me, oh, I don't want to pay for knowledge, then therefore like you are working for free as well. Tell me. Because if you're not, then therefore how do you work if you don't have any value based on any knowledge? Again, program. Like, we have been so programmed to believe things without questioning them, without understanding things, that it's it's mind-boggling, and it's a long process to awake people to those reality. Francis, the media select leaders to promote so they can control us. Yes, that's another strategy, of course. Oh, we picked up, and they tried in France. Unfortunately for them, we get rid of them pretty quickly. They tried to having leaders who popped up from here and there, who, by the way, had a bad background in extreme right or bad background in extreme left, and has been like charged for whatever things, or and as a coincidence, you know, oh yeah, oh, the leader of the yellow vest is doing this, and luckily all the French people came together and said, those are not our leaders. Just don't even try. Don't even try to tell that those people are our leaders. They even tried to bring some people at the Elysee to speak with the prime ministers, and 98% of the rest of the population said they are not representing us. They are not representing us. We don't want any leaders. And that's what I have to admit. I'm really proud of being French today. Like, I haven't said that for my entire life, but I have to say, like, wow, this is such a wise attitude to reject every form of programmation. And the easiest one and the simplest one is asking for someone to represent you. That's something that is so ingrained in our brain that it's something that we don't even pay attention to. Like, why? Because when we're young, we were asking for mommy and daddy to take care of us. Then what happened? We've been to school, and when we've been to school, we asked the teachers to tell us what to do. And then we went to university, and there was more teachers. And then we went out, and there was policemen, and there was judge, and there was government to tell us what to do. So our whole life is based on asking others for permission. And for once, the French people said, we don't want to ask anyone for permission. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. We don't know if it's right or wrong, or if you left or right or good or bad or whatever. We just don't want anything. And I have a lot of respect for that, because it's a true proof of courage to do that. You know, like taking responsibility and saying, I stand for myself, and I refuse to ask anyone to make decisions on my behalf or tell me what to do. And this is what I've been doing for years. I have a heavy background. I have a master in laws. I have a degree in psychology. I study musicology. I made political science. I made a business in renewable energy. And then one day I bankrupt and I lost everything. And suddenly I was like, but wait a second, with all the things that I learned, I wasn't even able to have a business running. And I spent probably 3 years of my life watching between 5 and 10 documentaries per week on everything that I could possibly absorb. And when I say everything, is everything. And this gave me that global perception that allowed me today to see how things operate and express that the right way, and deprogram, because I spent so much time deprogramming myself. I can now explain people why they feel the way they feel, because I've been through that space. So yeah, respect Roman and the yellow vest. Thank you, Nick. Roy, can you do very short videos with the 5 points so we can share it to show what the yellow vests are about and hopefully get people to come together? Love you, man. Love you too, bro. I can try. Yeah, I can try to make a quick video. Or any of you can support me. Like, I just gave the 5 points so we can spread them. That's actually a great idea, bro. Like, that's very simple. We take those 5 points and we say that's the yellow vest spirit. Okay, the yellow vest spirit is this, and this, the 5 points. And whoever is going to not fit in that thing, say, no, bro, you're not a yellow vest. That's the end. So yeah, good idea, Roy. If anyone wants to contribute, just send me a private message and we can organize group. And I would love to have so many ideas. I would love to have people like filming what would it be to live in a society when we have a referendum initiated by the citizen. I would love people to imagine a 70-year-old lady coming and putting her finger to recognize her identity as one unique person and being capable of voting directly straight away from the comfort of their home. I would like people to imagine what it would be to have that power to change the things and And this can happen very quickly. Like if one country can integrate the referendum initiated by the citizen in all matter, by the way, in all matter mean executive, legislative, constitutional, and international. So in all matter, the RIC needs to be, so RIC or CR doesn't really make any difference. Referendum initiated by the citizen or citizen initiated referendum doesn't make any difference as long as it's in all matter. Okay? Don't be fooled by the people who try to tell you, no, you can have a RIC, but only for the law, or only for the executive, or only for international treaty. No, bro. We are the power. We are the power. We want to have our word to say on every matter. Political, economical, religious, education, health, everything. And we don't want to have to even explain that. We are the people. We are the employers. If the employee is starting to tell the employers what to do, this is the world we're having today. We have the employees telling the employers, sorry, buddy, but you can't do that. That would be a great video to make as well. If you have actors in your network, like this is great video to say, like showing people which are the powerful people saying, oh, we want that. And the employee looking at the employer saying, yes, buddy, but yeah, we can't do that today. Like, sorry, yeah. Like, give me a few more years, give me a few more time, and maybe I'm going to be able to do it. So people will realize what's going on because we vote for them. We vote for them to be efficient. If they're not efficient, just get the hell out of the way. If you're not efficient, if you're not capable of doing what you've been elected for, then you're not welcome. That's as simple as that. Hi, Adele. Good evening too. Roy, all governments need to be accountable by the people every few months. Yes, RIC should be done every 3 months. So that's a good rhythm. You don't want to have RIC every day. You don't want to have RIC every week. But every 3 months, that's a good rhythm. Every 3 months you have a few laws who come in and you basically say, yes, no, I don't know. So another very important point, the I don't know is essential. Okay, today when they ask you to vote for left or right, they are not accepting the I don't know. Okay, why? Because they want you to choose between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Okay, they don't want you to even dare to say like, oh, maybe I should question the choice between those two. So like, it's very crucial that if 30% or more of a voting population say I don't know, the RIC has to be redone again. This is very crucial for people to understand because this is how we're going to protect that minorities are going to take over the majorities. Okay, if you have the choice to say I don't know, and you have 3 more months to get to know the things and understand. Of course, you're not going to be able to say I don't know forever. Like the first tour, you can say I don't know, and then you have 3 months, and after 3 months, you will have to say yes or no. Okay, if you fall, you're going to say yes. If you're not, then just by precaution, you're going to say no. Okay, but yeah, that's how the RIC should work. So the first tour, you have yes, no, or I don't know. Okay, so therefore you can organize, you can educate yourself, and you can be responsible because that's how educated people do it. That's how adults do. Like if someone is asking you, do you want to buy a second-hand car? You're like, yeah, maybe, but I don't know. So what? I need to check. I need to check a few things. I need to check the brand. I need to check the brake, the motor, the blah, blah, blah. You need to check everything. And when you know that the car is good, then you're going to say yes or no. Okay, so if you're not having the choice to choose maybe not, like I don't know, because there's topics that sometimes you're never going to hear about, which are related to education, with food, with vaccines, with health, with everything. And these require a responsibility. You need to educate yourself. And this is the whole process of becoming politically powerful. It's a process. It doesn't happen this way. Okay, so we need to allow time to be spent for people to grow. Okay. So, we support you, Tennessee, Joseph. Thank you, bro. Hi, Lisa. Lisa is my sister from Australia. Thank you. She introduced me to a beautiful interviewer, and I hope it's going to be a beautiful interview. I'm sure it's going to be. April, love your message. Makes sense to me. Thank you, April. Like so far, I would love to be wrong. Please tell me how this approach is wrong. I'm still waiting for the people who will come with a logical point that will tell me that I'm wrong. But so far, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for people to come, which is a good sign. It actually means that it makes sense. It makes sense. Has many civilizations before us. Maybe it's ancient, the system. Yes, it's a very old system. Exactly under the structure of citizens' assemblies. Yes, the video is good explanation of the RIC movement. Yes, people are scared to let go. Yes, fear is a very powerful enemy. I think we need more people who truly understand the system. Yeah, and guess what, Safiera, you are a people. Okay, so you can also spend time watching things, educating yourself. We can also create some groups where people can share ideas and understanding and grow through that process, and these groups talk can be shared and spread. We have all the tools today. We just need people who are willing to do the job. Okay, like if people are just focusing on their own little problems without seeing the bigger picture, then nothing is going to change. If people are starting to focus on how they can help each other and how they can add their skills plus their skills plus their skill plus their skill to all together, we can sort this out like this. Okay, so it's not a question about being the best or being competent and everything. It's actually finding the people who can match your weakness and how they can actually do things that you will not be able to do. So if we can vote on the stupid Eurovision and X Factor by telephone, we should be doing it over important issues. Yes, that's the point. Spot on. And that's the way they think of us. Exactly. They stay focused. I think it's late question, so let's accelerate a little bit. It's been a short video, 5 points yet through the people. Yes, well said. My thoughts too regarding democracy. But many use this as a means to have another vote. Yes, be strong friends. Thank you, Linda. She runs Yellow Vest UK. I got blocked for going on about the RIC. Yeah, so it seems that in UK there's a group that is blocking everyone that is talking about the RIC. This smell a little bit like traitors. So it smells like people who are paid to create the opposition, like the same way they're paying cops to destroy things, to say that the French Yellow Vests are violent. Guys, we shouldn't be naive. The system understands how to use Facebook, and they can pay people to create groups very quickly. And if we are not standing up, if we are not doing the job, if we're not creating the page and focus and working together, there's no point creating 20 pages. Okay, if you just create one page in each country, Norway, RIC, Yellow Vest, Sweden, RIC, Yellow Vest, UK, RIC, Yellow Vest, Ireland, RIC, Yellow Vest. And those 3 keywords are enough. If people are looking for you, they will find you. Okay, and if it makes sense to them, they will just spread the word. So the problem again is not what bad people are doing. The problem is what good people are not doing. Okay, it's not what the bad people are doing. Stop focusing on what the bad people are doing. If you're a good person and you think that you can make a change, and if you don't have the skill, not a problem. Ask for help. There's going to be many people who's going to have the skill to support you, and you can actually come and support others to do the right thing. So the problem is not what the bad people are doing. The problem is what the good people are not doing. I'm repeating again. What, as a good person, can you do to inspire others? Thank you, Safira. Yes, be present, be reasonable, and sober. Yes. So please join Yellow Vest Protectors. We love romance work and have had the same experience as you. So yeah, guys, Yellow Vest Protesters. So again, in Yellow Vest Protesters, you haven't put RIC and you haven't put UK. So again, like you can put Protectors if you want to, but you need to put UK and you need to put RIC, or people will not be able to recognize you. I told you that already, Francis. If Macron resigns, what's the next move? Next move would probably be to create a political party, Yellow Vest, for the RIC. That's going to be as simple as that. We're going to create a political party that will only have one function, which is to install the referendum initiated by the citizen in all matter. That's how checkmate. There's no other word. There's checkmate. So guys, bear with us. It's happening. It's going to happen. Macron cannot stay there forever. And no matter what's going to happen in 3 or 5 years, we walked up way too many people. And the people knows the solution now. Like as I said, 80% last week, 80% of the Yellow Vest in my region knew about the RIC, where a month before only 1% knew about it. So never underestimate the work of one good person can do to inspire others. Never. So every day you could share these videos that I'm making. If you don't feel comfortable speaking about it, you should share it. You should send it to all your Facebook Messenger friends, because like if you post it on your page, maybe they're not going to see it. If you send it to them, you don't have to take the long one. You can just take the short one, the few interviews that I made, which were giving the few points, and plant the seed of the RIC into people's brain. They're not going to get it straight away. It's a process. It takes time. But the earlier you're going to plant that seed, the quicker the mass is going to flourish with this idea that we need to be politically powerful. Okay? So if Macron resigns, and he will, like I think the people who put him in place don't want him to resign. That's why it's getting really, really violent, because they know that if he's resigning, we are probably going to create a political party, and the only purpose would be to install the RIC, and this would be game over for the global elite. Okay, as soon as the people take their power back, the global elite is dismantled, and the rich people are terrified about this idea. Okay, they can only keep us in a slave mode as long as we don't know that we are slaves. The day when we realize that we're slaves and we regain power over us, the game is over. Okay, it's I like this story. It's like, how do you hold an elephant through a string? Can you convince an elephant through the string that the string is stronger than him? It's very simple. You just have to attach the string to his leg when he's a baby. And he's going to spend the rest of his life thinking that he's not strong enough to break the string. Okay? So that's what's happening in our brain. They program us to make us believe that we're weak and powerless. And because we believe that, they're winning. So our biggest enemy is ourselves. Our biggest enemy is our belief system and the belief that we're weak. The day when we realize that we're strong and we're stronger altogether, the game is over. So instead of whinging and crying and being upset about how the world is going on, again, stop blaming the bad people. What are you as a good person do to change the world? The message is clear, crystal clear. So it's our democratic right to peaceful protest. freedom2017.com. I don't know what it is, my freedom. RIC is the message, nothing else. Just be a mannequin while in protest, forget religion and belief, social, education, public, smile, be happy and peaceful. Love, unity will prevail. Thank you, Saskia, beautiful. Samia, right now, obedience is not enough. Power is steering human minds to pieces. Every family suffers around the world. Their home being stolen by the government. We are in danger. Pay or I can take your home away. Yeah, this is one consequence. This is one symptom of how our democracy is sick. Let's not focus on the symptom. Let's focus on the cause. If tomorrow people could trigger national referendum from their own initiative, we could change the laws, we could change the economy, we could change the money creation, we could change the energy management, we could change the politics, we could change the food industry, the educational system, we could change everything. So this symptom will disappear. But if you focus on the symptom, you're only focusing the consequence, you're not attacking the cause. Again, same message, let's attack the cause. The cause is our powerlessness, with the fact that we are politically powerless. So how do you see this stopping before the police stop being order followers? I don't know. As I said, we are just going to stay until the RIC is going in every people's brain. When people will hear the RIC everywhere, I don't care about what's going to happen with the cops. I know that we have many different ways. We can create a Gilets jaunes political party for the European Union. We can create a French political party to install the RIC into France. We can ask the army we can create the tool of the RIC. We can create an app on the phone that will allow people to vote directly all over the world. Like, good luck to stop that. Good luck to have an unhackable, safe way to vote your own laws and give that tool to the people and wait and see. You know, like, we're going to see beautiful things happening, I can tell you guys. Yeah, so that in UK they are supposed to be public servant. Yeah, sure. Yeah, public servant. Yeah, one of those cops pulled out and handgun. Yes. Fellow from Canada far wide. Hey brothers, our Prime Minister has announced that we will have 3,500 troops on the street on the 29th of March. Okay, I don't know which country, but okay, 29th of March, I don't know why. And wouldn't the army be sent if the police are standing down? Yeah, but the army is with the people. Like, remember, guys, that the army has to follow. Like, the army are independent corps of protection. Like, they can operate inside and outside. And I don't see the army shooting their own citizens. Cops can be stupid enough to do that. Some of them, not all of them. Like an ultra minority would be stupid enough to shoot their own citizen. But I don't believe military would do that, because they swear on their life to protect the citizens. So that's why we never saw army operating in France, because they know, like, the power in place knows that they wouldn't want to play with that game, because, like, just in one decision, the caporal or the captain or the general can actually make a putsch and remove that dictator. So they will not play that game. So that's how I'm saying there's a lot of hope. So a guy shot in the back and his head last week on live Rotley feed was horrific. Yeah, it must have been plastic ball, but plastic ball can be really painful, I can tell you. Everyone can use their phone and show the truth to the world. The yellow vest should use social media more. Yes, we're already using it, but Facebook is blocking a lot of us. Like tonight, there's 69 people watching the video. Like there's 5,000 followers. How there's just 70 people following that thing? I received a few messages from people telling me that they didn't really see my message and my videos coming to their news. Even if I'm not posting that much, I'm only posting 1 or twice a day. So I'm not overwhelming people with messages. But even that, he was like, oh, I haven't received a message. So what I strongly recommend to everyone is to engage with me. So every time you see a video, not just share it, like it and comment. No matter what you say, even if it's a great job, guys, we're with you, blah, 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 because this is how the algorithm works. If you're not liking or if you're not commenting, after a little while, you're going to start losing the feed. Like Facebook is going to stop showing you the information. So no matter what you think, if it's positive or not, if you just want to be informed by that page, every post, and you should do it right now, you should go back to all the previous thing and just link, share, if you want to share, of course, at least like and comment. Okay, at least like and comment every time. Like, it's not for me. I can't read all the comments, like, to be honest. But it's just that if you don't do that, Facebook would think that you don't like the information. Okay, so that's how the algorithm works. Another way is to actually connect with me by sending a message on the Facebook fan page, RIC, Referendum Initiated by the Citizen. You write me a message, there's going to be a virtual assistant that's going to take care of you. And at least we're going to be in touch. So if the page is shut down in the future, if anything happened to that page, we can actually get in contact, and I can eventually give direction to a YouTube channel. There's also a YouTube channel. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. So we can't control Facebook. The only thing we can do is to be smarter than them. And the only way to do that is to demultiply the source. So if I only have Facebook, then if they shut down Facebook, all my work disappears. If I have Facebook, YouTube, Dailymotion, and if I can upload all those videos everywhere, and if we're still in touch, then they cannot stop us, okay? And I really apologize for all of you. I still haven't taken the time to make the website so I can collect email address so we can get in touch, but I'm doing so much. By the way, I'm asking for help. If anyone wants to support me financially or by skills, by like groups of people, I need moderators, I need people who can coordinate. I need help. Like it's getting really big for me and my family. Occupy was occupied by controllers. It's awful to watch. Yes. RIC is the end of the elite power over the people. Yes. That message needs to be really implanted into people's brain. I've been posting in Facebook, all my friends in shock because the media are not reporting. Yes, that's the positive shock, because they're like, oh wow, like I thought the media was showing the truth. And just by you sharing that on your personal page or even using your messenger to send this information, you're gonna educate and help your network to grow and to wake up and to realize that we need to stop only relying on one source of information, which is the mainstream media. People need to have access to alternative ways to inform themselves. And that's the whole message of the RIC, being powerful by choosing the source of information that you want to bring into your life. Okay, again, sovereignty, self-determination, autodetermination is based on you being powerful enough to choose what you want to put into your brain or not, and not just opening your brain to the TV and waiting for people to feed you with this information. Okay, this is why I decided to share my course that I spent 10 years to put in place, so people can get access to the structure of how the matrix operates. And by understanding that and integrating this knowledge, then you will basically starting to see the world in a whole different way. This is all a way to deprogram your brain, basically. Yeah, the troops have already been signed up over European Union military unification. RIC is brilliant. Yes, we need a voice. We need a voice. You have a voice, Lynn. You have a voice. We need our voice back. Okay, you have a voice. I have a voice. We all have a voice. We're all beautiful and powerful. We need just to remember it. Remember, I like that word, like put the member back. Okay, you just put your member back, your legs, your throat, your eyes, your brain. You just put everything back. Remembering is that putting back the member in the right place, in the right shape. I'm putting here also, take a good look at the Slovenian referendum law, where RIC was similarly like you speak, which they made different maybe 2 years ago. Again, so the Switzerland, and I didn't know for Slovenia, but I'm really happy to know that Slovenia used to have the RIC, and that's how the politicians are taking over the power. They're reducing, saying, oh, you know, it's not going to be bad, like you're not going to lose your power. No, RIC needs to be in all matter. We need to be able to trigger national referendum in all matter, not just what they ask us to do. Okay, so I don't know exactly what happened in Slovenia, but different 2 years ago, and now you need many signatures, very short to initiate referendum. Before it was very simple, but people are completely passive, and we're like 15% voters went to vote. Yeah, here we go. So that's how they disgust us from that thing. They slowly make the thing harder. It's the method of how to kill a frog. You know, like if you put a frog into boiling water, the frog will jump out of the boiling water. But if you put the frog into cold water and you slowly increase the temperature and increase the temperature and increase the temperature, then the people will just like sleep. They will reduce the defense, and that's how they win. Okay. And now what's happening in France is that suddenly the temperature rises a little bit too quick, and people are like, whoa, what's happening here? Because they have an agenda, and they know that the agenda needs to go fast and needs to follow. And that's what's happening to France. They try to accelerate the heating process, and now people are waking up. Okay, because you know, like when you are in the bath, like it's like you relax and you're suddenly starting to get asleep. But if someone was jumping you, was throwing at you a big amount of hot water, you would just wake up. And this is what the Yellow Vest movement is about. But this is just the first step. The first step is waking up. The second step is to get out of the bath. Is to jump out of the bath, okay? So the first process is waking up. The second aspect is finding the solution, and that's what the RIC is realizing that we are in the bath, is that we have been slowly been in sleep, and now we need to wake up and we need to get out. And this, guys, there's not going to be 10 ways around. We need to do the job. The people in power will not do that, and the people who are asleep will not do that for us. Okay, that's the principle of being asleep. When you're asleep, you're not aware, you're not awake. So the whole idea is that the people who are aware and awake need to do the job of waking up the rest of the population. Freedom and power to the people. The French have got the balls and showing the world. Yes, so just take the energy. Take our balls and do the same job. Take those balls and do it. And don't expect it to work straight away. Just be consistent. Just be consistent and educate. The more education you can give to people, the more it's going to be easier and easier to collect more and more people. Okay, it's not that much about getting out and protesting. It's about surfing on the energy. Oh, do you know what's happening in France? No, there's just a few people. No, there's not. Look at those videos. There's thousands, there's millions of people in the street. And you know what they want? They want a referendum initiated by the citizen. Have you heard about that? Oh no, okay, listen to that French guy. He's going to tell you all about it. And you can do that with all your network. It's not complicated. Okay, if you refuse to do that, then therefore you're voting for that system to stay in place, or you're hoping that someone else than yourself will actually do the job. Well done, France. I'm from UK. Our men are too weak and afraid and to stand up. Yeah, so I cannot agree with that because we are all programmed. Okay, like there's no point blaming again the man or the woman or blah blah blah, because we're all citizens, we're all someone, we're all civilians. We all have that power to educate ourselves and to spread the message. So I agree that today men are not men anymore, but women are not women anymore, and this is also a part of that mentality of separation. Like if you don't believe me, like just make some research. You're going to see that in the 60s, Rockefeller pushed that revolution vote for women, because then the women will have to work, and because they're going to work, both people are going to pay tax, and it's going to give more people, working force for the rich people to enslave more people. And by doing that, they're going to dismantle the family, and by dismantling the family, they're going to let the children ready to be programmed by school, where in the past the mothers were getting that connection with the kids for much longer. Like before, like even in some tribe in the world, the women are feeding the babies until the age of 5 or 6. Today, like there's like a woman on 2, I don't know exactly the numbers, who are not even feeding the baby. They're not connecting the babies, and by losing that connection, the baby become more easily malleable by a system that will going to push them to go in a specific direction. So blaming the man without blaming the system is irrelevant. We can blame the woman, we can blame the man, it's not going to help anyone. The situation is that we allowed this to happen. We thought it was for good, and like women were happy because for whatever reason, because probably they had the choice to leave the house. But now, are we more happy? Like if we pay attention to what's happening, are we happier? The fact that now people can choose to leave and be more independent. Yeah, I'm sure in some situation it has been amazing, but are we sure that we couldn't have done something more clever? Are we sure that we couldn't have done something where, like giving a basic income, for example, giving minimum of $1,000 or $2,000 per month to every citizen of a country, to be sure that if the situation is not good enough, the person has a choice to leave, but not forcing people to work. Like instead of giving them freedom, we enslaved more people, and by enslaving them, we destroyed the family cells. Okay, so I don't want to go into that space because this is my opinion again. And again, some people say, oh, you're saying bullshit. I agree, I disagree, blah, blah, blah. It's going to create separation. But the fact is that we are not happier than we used to be. Okay, we could think that with all the food and all the materialism and all the knowledge and all the experience that we're having, we should be happier, but we're not. So there's something absolutely wrong in the way we're managing the sexual identity, the family identity, the social identity, the economical identity, the professional identity, and this is the issue, a political issue. It's not a man or woman issue. Okay, I'm closing that. So is France fluoridated? Officially no, but I think we are, yes. So again, it's very important, crucial for those of you who are going to that space to purchase a water filter, and not any water filter, a reverse osmosis water filter. You can find on eBay for less than $100. It's not tremendously expensive, but at least it will protect your pineal gland and allow you to connect to more things, let's say. We can sort this with the RIC movement, so let the RIC be the reason for your fellow vests. Yes. But they have installed Gwen towers. Okay. So yeah, the 5G Gwen towers. Yeah, this is a problem again, but if we're focusing on the symptoms, we're not focusing on the cause again. So again, the Gwen tower, the 5G, the street fight and all that, the FEMA, the aliens. You can go as deep as you want into whatever symptoms you want to face. The truth is that if we are powerless, all that is irrelevant. It's just going to bring stress, fear, anxiety, and not going to bring any energy positive. Okay? Zara, our men are not at all weak. They're good people, as our women. Yes. So you see, like as soon as you said something, straight away, boom, someone else will come and say, oh, I disagree, I agree, I disagree. And it's going to bring division. The whole idea is about we are powerless, no matter if we're man or woman or slave or sovereign. No, sovereign are not powerful. They're powerful. The sovereign are powerful. The slave are powerless. All of us are powerless. But like, it's not a question of man or woman. It's not a question of white and black. It's not a question of left or right. It's not a question of religion or science. We're all in the same boat. Okay, we're all politically powerless. I will happy to donate to a movement like this. You don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have a choice. Unlike our government, may take a citizen donate to a person that speak up for their fellow countrymen like Roman. Thank you. Yep. So if you want to make a donation, you can just write a message on the page, and I think you have to say contact Roman and then support, and you can make a donation. Even $5, $10, it makes me feel that people are not just there following me, just saying, oh yeah, great job, great job. Even $5, it's not a big sacrifice, but at least it will makes me feel that you're not just here being like, yeah, buddy, yeah, good job, yeah, go friends. No, you're going to invest. You're going to invest your time, your energy, your sweat and blood into that cause. And it's not just, yeah, like, do the job, guys. Because we're all guys. We're all involved. We're all in that space. England needs to get its arse going. Yes. What are you doing, Wendy? Did you try to start your group? Did you start your protest? Did you speak to all your friends about the RIC? Did you bought your yellow vest and write RIC on the back and starting to wear it every day when you do your shopping? Like, again, instead of talking about England, what can you do? I would love people, instead of saying England needs to get their arse going, saying, I done that, I did that. Look at me, and sending me pictures, sending me videos so I can spread that message to all the rest of the group. I did that. I am a person. I am an English citizen and I am doing my job. What about you? Okay, that's the message. There's a movement in France called the colibri. The colibri is, I don't know the English term for that. It's a bird, and it's a bird with a long nose. And the colibri, there's this story, this beautiful story about one day there was a fire in the forest, and all the animals were looking at the forest burning, and they were like, oh God, like we're losing our home, we're losing our house, we're losing everything. And suddenly someone pointed at that little bird, and the yellow bird was going over and coming back and going over, and it was like, what are you doing, colibri? And the colibri stopped and said, oh, I'm going to the river just next to here, and I'm dropping some water to the fire. And he said, but mate, like you're only dropping drops on the fire. It doesn't, it's useless. And the colibri answered, yes, but I'm doing my part of the job. So that's the thing. Instead of waiting for others to do the things, what are you doing? What part of your job are you doing? What simple things that anyone can do today are you doing? Like, are you supporting financially? Are you supporting with your energy? Are you creating a group? Are you wearing RIC messages every day? Are you spreading those messages to all your network? What are you doing? As a colibri, what little drop can you put on that fire to help the world to be a better place? Because we have the solution now. We have the time, we have the momentum, we have the energy, we have the people, and we have the solution. Okay? So what are you doing? No offense, of course, Wendy, and it's not specifically for you. It's. I think the message, everyone heard that message. Hi Liz, sounds so familiar. Educate yourself. New Year's Eve, Trafalgar Square. Yeah, exactly. Start something. Trafalgar Square. All the people who are following my videos who lives in UK, wear your yellow vest, write referendum initiated by the citizen, and go. Go, do something. Get out of your TV. It's happening and good things are coming in 2019. Yes, brother. Share, please share, please share, please share, please share, please share, please share. Yes. I wear my vest everywhere, driving, walking, grocery shopping. That's my boy. Show the people who are afraid they will not be alone. Yes. Did you write referendum initiated by the citizen on your back? Write RIC. Very important, because then the people will talk to you and they're like, what this RIC is about. That's how you're going to plant seeds. Okay, don't waste your time, don't waste your energy, be efficient. You just need the yellow vest and a pen, and you write referendum initiated by the citizen, RIC or CIR, like whatever. Sorry, I got out. Yeah, sorry, I got out too. Did you mention anything about the police getting involved? People's side of people. We don't know, like it's complicated, and we can't really, because the police will not speak about their position officially, and we can't trust the mainstream media. So it's a bit complicated to know what is the true aspect of it. So I'm not waiting for anyone else than ourselves. I'm just there to spread that message, because I know that by spreading that message the way I'm doing now, I'm helping a lot of people to get motivated and do the things and structure their agenda and do something. And while they do that, it means that all the people in power, you know, the people who are above, they're going to be like here managing the whole mess. And that's my power. My power is to generate spark of light all over the world that will make their life really complicated to manage. You see what I mean? So that's how I can be efficient. If I'm focusing and targeting the elite, I will not be powerful. But if I'm supporting all my brothers and sisters to become powerful, then I'm going to make their life a nightmare. That's my superpower. Bonjour from England. We support fully. Roman, what strategy do you suggest for us in England, please? I repeat again and again and again. There's 5 points. You need to create groups. You need to speak about the right message. You need to make videos explaining the right message. And the videos the 5 points are, so I'm getting tired, peaceful protest, smart civil disobedience. The third point is, I'm tired, no political party, no religion, no union, and the referendum initiated by the citizen as the only revendication. So what you can do, you can wear yellow vest every day, you can write referendum initiated by the citizen in your back, you can post my videos to all your network, you can create page or get close to other people who create page. There's UK protesters, RIC, yellow vest. You can connect this and just bring your energy to them, and bring your energy, your financial energy, your physical energy, your voice, your network. Bring that and collect and aggregate until we become visible. Okay, that's the point. It's not about changing the world straight away. It's not about attacking frontally the system. It's not about being violent. It's not about, it's about learning to become adult. And this takes time. In Hampshire, certain groups, I don't know yet. Algeman, Portugal, Aki. Here we go. That's how people connect. So just ask questions and just get to know each other. If anyone has an idea, we can create a group where people can just come and starting to organize their own groups and centralize that, because this is happening. I have a group in America, I have a group in Australia, I have a group in UK, I have a group in France, I have a group in Norway and Sweden, but it's not enough. I need to have Ireland there, I need to have Netherlands, I need to have Italy, I need to have Spain, I need to have Portugal, I need to have the whole world. And we all need to spread the same message and speak as one person. Because we are that person, not me, not Roman. Roman is just a dad doing its job, okay? But we are all moms and dads who care for our world, who care for our ancestors, and who cares for our children, our grandchildren. And because we care about that, we cannot let those psychopaths continue that job. We need to become powerful. So I'm actually thankful for those bastards to do what they do, because they give us an opportunity to grow, okay? Remember when I said a little bit before, when I said nature put in place a system where mistakes need to teach you something. We made that mistakes for way too long. We need to become powerful now. If we don't, then we're just going to hope that doing the same thing over and over and over again is going to bring a result. This is exactly the definition of psychopathic behavior. So we need to recognize that we're psychopaths, hoping that the system will change, because we hope for way too long to prove us that it doesn't work. So how can we change that? We need to become powerful. We need to stop those people to tell us what to do, what to think. I'm starting to get a bit tired, so I'm just taking a few more questions, and let's go quickly. Love the idea, great. Do you talk German, patriot? I have a few Germans who contacted me, yes, but they're living overseas. Some of them are living in Australia, but yeah, like, guys, we are amazing human beings. We are beautiful people. We are made to connect. We are made to love. We're made to procreate. We're made to be powerful. And we've been teared down to be that stupid, dumb people wasting our time being slave for others. We need to bloody wake up. Okay, remember who you are. Remember how amazing we all are. And we are even amazing, even more amazing when we're coming together. Okay, like, just remember that. Hi, my family is fearful. That's the message. Beautiful. What strategy you say in English to use? I said it hundreds of times already. Just watch again the video. People be saying soon, wearing a yellow vest will be racist. People be saying soon wearing a yellow vest would be racist. Yeah, of course. They're going to say whatever they want. It's going to be extreme left, it's going to be extreme right. The yellow vests are populist. I'm starting to get insulted by being populist. I say, oh yeah, no, that's such an insult. So you're saying that being for the people is something bad. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay, so what are you? Like, you're what? If I'm populist, if I am for the people, what are you exactly? Are you elitist? Are you globalist? Are you richist? What are you exactly? Because like we can play that stupid game of insulting others. Like, yeah, I'm populist and I'm proud to be populist. I believe that humans are programmable, and I believe that if you put the right program in people's brain, you can have amazing human beings. If you put wrong program in people's brain, you can have wrong human beings. Okay? And today we all know that the educational system doesn't really push people to develop mind criticizing and empowering and sovereignty. Like, it's all about following orders and being a good slave. So if we have received the program of being slave, then therefore we rely on the master. If we have a good master, then therefore we're lucky, we're going to have a good situation. If we have a bad master, then bad luck, we're just going to be in pain for our whole life. So can we not just like have those two change? Like, maybe we can have a different option, which is, I want to be sovereign myself. I want to be my own kingdom in my own body, and I do not allow anyone to trespass my words and my boundaries. I think this is common sense. Okay, so, and then how we're going to organize society, not a problem. We're just going to centralize the way we communicate to each other and spread that message based on the wisdom that is this inherent background that Mother Nature gave us. We're all wise people as long as we can learn from our mistakes. Okay, but by choosing someone else to make decisions on your behalf, he's the one making the mistakes and you're the one having the consequence of their mistakes. So he doesn't learn and you don't have a right to even change anything. That situation needs to stop. It's not natural, it's not logical, it goes beyond and it's opposite to every natural laws that we can even define. So how do we motivate the middle class? So I'm going to reformulate the question now. How do we motivate the middle class? What can you do to motivate your network? That's my answer. How do we get more honesty from the media? Rob, what can you do to motivate your network, to educate your network? Okay, instead of how can we, what can you? What can you? What can I? How can I? And as soon as you're starting to take responsibility for it, bam, the answer is coming. How do we get more honesty from the media? You can't. Those people you're not the employers. They don't owe you anything. So you need to take responsibility. How can you educate yourself better? How can you educate your network better? That's the real question. Don't speak about what you can't do anything about. If you are having a media, great. Now change your media. But if you don't have a media, then what are you talking about? You don't know them. You don't have any power. Work with your power, and your power is today, right now. You have a network, you have people who trust and loves you. You are capable of educating yourself, you're capable of questioning yourself, you're capable of changing your own program and becoming a better person. So how can you change yourself every day, Rob? That's the true question. Yes, they shadow ban my stuff, share about use. Fake yellow vest infiltration or movement, exactly one page, yes. What is the main page for UK? So there's a Yellow Vest Patriots, but they're going to add RIC and Yellow Vest. Okay, France? Do you have common law in France? We have a constitution. I can't answer this question. I'm not technical enough to see the difference between common law and the constitution. But yeah, we have that constitution. We have the Declaration of the Human Rights of 1789, which is really well written, but the thing is that no one knows it, so the government is doing whatever they want with it because people don't know it, because they trust, because they're weak, because they have been programmed to believe that wasn't important. People party, yes, with the people, yes, the UK, yes. There's too many yes, like guys, do an effort, like be against me a little bit. It's spreading respect from... It's really funny, almost all the mainstream media photo of the Yellow Vest movement in France I've seen had some Someone with the RIC sign, free advertising. That's exactly it. That's what it is to be smart. Use the media, but for your own cause. So every time there's a media, you just wear the RIC and you say the only revendication we have is referendum initiated by the citizen. And the people would be stupid enough to spread this information without understanding that this is a bomb. This is a Troy bomb. Like, oh yeah, referendum initiated by the citizen. That's an interesting idea. What? That's actually an amazing idea. What about we become powerful for once? You're so right, Marianne. Thank you. Liam, the universal law of human rights and basic foundation. Yes, that's the course that I'm giving. I'm teaching people what are the underlying principles who are governing the total of creation. If you really are in that path of understanding how creation operates from the infinitely small to the infinitely big, I have that course. I'm happy to share it with you guys. Go send me a message. Click on Know Roman Light Better or Who is Roman Light, and you will see and you will have that course. It's a very essential thing. Like for those of you who are already on that path, great, you already know a lot, but I discovered personally things that in my experience, we are probably 5 people on earth who knows. Okay, I don't like speaking about myself too much, but I'm a part of a group of, we are probably 5 to 10 people on earth who are officially speaking about those mathematical language and arithmetical language, which are basically the code that creation is using to manifest things in our reality. So it's very deep knowledge. I'm dead serious. So if you trust me a little bit, you will not regret that knowledge. It's really life-changing. Have you had any kind of harassment from French police? Personally, no. Because every time there was policemen, I was going to them and talking to them as citizens. I was like, I know you're my brother and my sister. You are a family, you're a citizen. I'm sure in a part of your heart, if you would be able to be in a different position today, you will not do what you do, but you obviously must do that for your reason. And I'm not here to judge you. So like when policemen look at me like, yeah, like some of them had tears in their eyes, you know. I was talking to them with my heart and I was like, yeah, like we are all on the same boat. We are citizens. We're here because we love our country, because we love our children, because we love our ancestors, and we're fighting a ghost. And that ghost is the fact that we're powerless. If we could be powerless, if our voice could be raised, I'm sure tomorrow that president will be out and we all would be in a much better place. So like, I'm not having any enemy. I'm never having any enemy because my message is always a message of love. So that's another way to stop the fire with water. Like if you bring more fire to fire, you're going to bring hate over hate. If you bring love to hate, then bam, you cancel the energy. That's how it works. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying that's how it works. Here we go. I added RIC UK to the name Yellow Vest Protectors. Here we go. Great idea. Thank you. Thank you, Francis. So now we have officially Yellow Vest Protectors UK, RIC. Okay, so you can now find it easily. Referendum initiated by the citizen, Yellow Vest Protectors UK. Okay, guys. So if you live in UK, just be a part of that group, work together, spread that message, and just like organize yourself. You guys are amazing. Time to change course now before we get break on that word. Do you see the end of EU and get back to nationality? I don't want to share too much about that, but I believe it depends of which timeline that we're talking about. Like the first timeline would be obviously the separation of the globalization. We're going to dismantle that centralized power. And that has started 10 years ago with the creation of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, which are replacing the banking system by decentralized banking system. So slowly we're going to decentralize the politics. And I believe that this is what's happening today, like with this movement. We're going to decentralize. And I believe that for a time, we're going to go back into probably department or region or even cities. We could organize election in a city. That's not a big deal. Why? Because you grow up in that city. So electing someone in a city is okay. Okay, you can actually vote for someone. Why? Because you're going to know that person since he was young. You're going to know his parents or his grandparents, or there's going to be history. So there's going to be accountability for that. There's going to be honor involved. There's going to be all that. So election in local is okay. Election in national is a big danger because none of us knows really those people. Okay, so how can you trust someone that you don't know, that you never grow next to, or that you never like participate to? Like, how can you guarantee that that person is going to be the right person for that? You can't. So election can only work locally. So The way I see that in a long timeline, I don't know how long it's going to take, is that we're going to go back into local elections and federation and small federation. It could be department, region, whatever, and of course national. But in national, there needs to be a conglomerate of small federation who are going to use the referendum initiated by the citizen if it's not directly voted by the citizen themselves. If it was me, I would actually prefer that people would directly vote their own laws. That's it. No representative. You only elect representative for the administration aspect, okay? Just to be sure that the machine is working and running. But everything that has to do with decision making, we shouldn't ask people to do that. It should be the people's responsibility to make their own decision, to choose new laws and to find new laws. This is my own conviction. I don't like sharing my own point, but this is the way I think things should work. I would like to see all the country regain their sovereignty. Yes, Roman, our troop don't see. I'm getting tired, guys, so I think I'm going to stop. It's probably now 2 hours, so I hope the message has been really planted in people's brain. I thank you all for being with me tonight, and you have some homeworks, guys. So buy your yellow vest, put referendum issued by the citizen on the back. Share my videos to all your network using Messenger. Don't post it just on your page because people will not see that. If it's important for you, if you understand how important it is, then do the action. Show to those people that you think this is important, that this is the type of information that they need to hear about. My first video has been seen by close to 1 million people, and there's only 5,000 people liking my page. I don't understand that. How 1 million people watch a video and only 5,000 people are liking the Facebook page, Referendum Issued by the Citizen by Roman Light. I don't get that. So I think I did my part of the job. If you don't do that part of the job, then it's like I feel that I'm wasting my energy. So you guys can bring my videos, bring people in. This message needs to be spread. You can spread those videos. You can invite people to that page. You can help, you can make donations, you can educate yourself, you can learn, I'm doing everything I can to support people, but I also need to have a feedback. If it's only me pushing, and people are just there like watching and zapping with their remote, like it doesn't really send me the right message. Okay, so love you guys. Thank you very much for being awesome, and see you probably next few days. I'm gonna try to make 2 lives per week. Okay, so thank you all. I'm going to share that video and see you very soon. Take care. Bye.